Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're continuing my BL birthday bash because as of recording this set of reactions, tomorrow is my birthday, and I figured what better way to ring it in than with the delicious amazingness that is all these BL series that I'm reacting to. So right now we are diving into the second episode of Why Are You? The first episode was such a good introduction, made me so excited about just the world in general that's happening, and I can't wait to see more. So we're gonna dive on into this. I got myself my little drink here. Last night when I went and saw a show with one of my best friends, and she brought me a little mini cake, so I got that here too. So if you see me grubbing in the middle of the episode, that's what's happening here. But otherwise, we're just gonna dive in and see where things go.
รายการต่อไปนี้เหมาะสำหรับผู้ชมที่มีอายุ 18 ปีขึ้นไปอาจมีภาพเสียงหรือเนื้อหาที่ไม่เหมาะสมด้านพฤติกรรมความรุนแรงเพศและการใช้ภาษาที่ต้องใช้วิจารณญาณในการรับชม
Also, my reaction to episode 1 had to be put on Patreon because everything kept getting blocked no matter how I edited it. But a lot of people let me know that happened to a lot of reactors, and from episode 2 forward, it should be okay. We'll see. Y'all evil sons of bitches trying to make me watch this whole damn 15-hour series in one sitting. Oh. Where do I start, y'all? Okay, what another just fantastic episode. And I feel like since the episodes are so long, we've gone through so much in this episode that, like, backtracking to recap, I'm like, man, we went through a lot of stuff. So we started off the episode with Zon picking up where he left off at the end of the first episode, bumping into the one couple who's, together, who you guys let me know is a couple from a different series. I forget which series you guys made mention of, but very, very attractive couple. Very unashamedly in love, very unafraid to express their love, and like, hey, you looking at my boyfriend? He ain't got eyes for nobody else. Back the hell up. Back up, bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay, yes, you defend your man. And then after, Zone ran off, he fell, ran off, whatever. They had that cute moment, that cute little just interaction between the two of them. I'm like, you know what? I don't know who you are. I don't remember what series you guys are from, but I love y'all, and I hope y'all come back, because y'all, this interaction between you two is so adorable, and y'all are delicious. Y'all are magically delicious, so I'm here for it. But we got a lot of development, or a lot of backstory and development for Tutor's character. This was a very Tutor-heavy or Tutor-centric episode. While we still did focus on the other three, I guess we can say, main characters. Well, we focused primarily on Tutor and his relationship with Pight and Hua, and then Zone and Saifa's, interactions were interspersed throughout. But it was really more Tutor focused in this episode. But yeah, we got a lot of backstory on him, why he works so hard, why he works 7 million jobs, why he's always tutoring and teaching people, and because he works because he needs to work to survive. His family is more or less gone, moved elsewhere. Family house he lived in has been sold, and he works hard because he needs money. He's got finances to pay, and he's got no one to pay them for him, so he works his ass off to support himself. And I respect it. I respect it. I relate. I respect it. And when Hua was telling Pight that story, you could kind of see the wheels in Pight's head turning. You could kind of see him starting to sympathize a little bit more, and maybe not necessarily regretting some of the ways that he's treated Tutor over the last couple years, but you could see him kind of just thinking over, reflecting on interactions that he may have had in the past, and how he probably could have taken another, been a little bit more understanding, been a little bit more kind in a sense, and not quite as irritable. So I'm glad we got that little backstory there. But then this third person in the group, Day, who I feel like we met in the first episode, or we saw him in the first episode. I don't know if we met him by name, but he's very, very cute, very attractive. Oh my gosh, delicious, delicious little man morsel there. But I like where they are taking his character right now, because they're very obviously setting him up to have some sort of love interest relationship potential with Hua. Like at first when he was having the conversation in the library with Tutor about whether or not Tutor really, or why Tutor does these things for Hua, if he likes her or if he just sees her as just a friend or whatever. And Tutor gave his explanation, which I believed in the moment. I was inclined to believe it, where he's like, you know, we've been friends for so long, we grew up together, and we just have a very tight relationship, and you know, we're just very, very close friends, and that's really all he sees. And there are a couple times throughout the series, or throughout the episode, I should say, when Hua would have certain interactions with Pight, or Pight would have certain interactions with Tutor, that I started to question a little bit whether Tutor actually was just seeing her as a friend, or whether it was he had some sort of romantic interest, but he was friend-zoned and whatever. Because I had those thoughts in the first episode too, but I wasn't quite sure of the dynamic just yet. I have a better idea of their general dynamic. So I'm more inclined to believe that, you know, no, he really just does see her as a very, very close friend, so he takes care of his friends. Another reason I like him. But in, you know, Day having that conversation with Tutor in the library, he was also like, well, good, I'm glad, you know, you don't see, or you only see her as a friend, because, you know, I'd hate to see you get upset by seeing her date other people, or something along those lines. Whatever he said at that moment, that gave me the inclination that he had some sort of interest in Hua, and that he wanted more or less like undercover blessing, or like, hey, making sure it's okay with you that she's dating other people, because, well, I got interest, and I don't want you to feel some type of way if I start dating her, even though she's clear with Pight right now. But yeah, they're setting him up to be kind of a love interest for Hua, which is necessary for me in this instance, because if y'all have watched my reactions to a number of other series, especially I Told Sunset About You, I've mentioned so many times where, yes, we've got this main ship, and it's nice, and I'm rooting for this ship, but I hate for this ship to come together at the cost of other characters' feelings. So I would hate for Tutor and Pight to become an item, but then Hua get her heart broken in the process. Especially since earlier in the episode she said, yeah, I love you. And I was like, oh, no, don't say those things. Don't say those things. So I like that they're already kind of setting up Day as this potential new romantic interest for her, just so she'll have someone, not necessarily to like fall back on or be like a rebound or something, but she'll have someone, a romantic interest there for her to focus on. Maybe, I'm hoping she doesn't immediately go into a romantic, you know, thing with him, because he seems like a very nice guy, and he seems like he's had a crush on her for a little while. So I don't want him to be a rebound guy and then end up getting hurt because she's just, you know, rebounding. But I'm hoping that, I like the idea of them getting together, because he seems like a very nice, sweet, genuine guy from the, you know, minimal interactions I've seen with him thus far. And Hua seems like a very sweet, emotional, but sweet girl. So I support that in a sense. So I'm hoping that will be there to kind of lessen the blow and not make it such a heartbreaking situation. At least, you know, get some sort of happy ending there. But yes, we got a lot of development between Pight and Tutor, and them in the bar, getting the cake set up, y'all. It had my heart racing. It had me a flutter, like hoo. And I'm like, okay, y'all can't keep doing this up close, personal, intimate stuff like this, and y'all can't keep teasing me like that. And then Pight's got the nerve to say, oh yeah, I was just reaching for a glass. I'm like, you lying son of a You liar. You reaching for no goddamn glass. Reaching for some ass, maybe. Reaching for no damn glass. But, yes, just... Like I said, I've said a number of times, especially recently, those hugs from behind, they make me feel some type of way. I love a good just embrace from behind, and then when it flipped around and we were face to face, I'm like, oh, praise Jesus, just give it to me, give it to me. But they didn't. But then there at the end, they gave it to me, and I'm like, praise Jesus. I feel like I got a little overexcited there a little bit, mainly because I wasn't expecting it. Like, yes, it's something I want to, it's always something I want to happen. I always want to see the hot guys on the show make out. Absolutely. There's never not a time that I don't want to see cute boys kissing, okay? That's never a thing that I don't want to see. But, I just wasn't expecting it because I've watched enough series, whether they were BL series or just regular TV shows or movies. Like, I've watched enough things in life to know that this early in the process, it's like a setup for like a cliffhanger or like a subversion. Like, okay, yes, it looks like we're gonna get whatever we're gonna get whatever, and then bam, something comes to interrupt, or bam, you know, whatever, you know. So I'm very used to getting teased with, you know, the relationship, or getting teased with the kisses and then just not getting it. So I figured that's what this episode was going to be, because it's only the second damn episode. So I was very ready for it to be the case that, you know, there was going to be a lot of this up close, personal, flirty type of behavior between the two of them. And just a lot of that to build tension, building tension. And, you know, eventually, yes, we were going to get this kiss maybe like 6-7 episodes down the road. But no, episode 2, right? They just like, bam, here you go. I'm like, well, praise Jesus, happy birthday to me. Like, again, this is a fantastic lead up to my birthday. I'm having a great time here. I got my little drinky drink. I got my cake. I'm having me a good old dandy time. Praise Jesus. But yes, so that very much makes me want to just dive right into the next episode. And I only plan to watch one episode in this reaction session, but I might have to make that 2 now, because, praise Jesus. But yeah, so that's, you know, development we got with Pight and Tutor, so we have to wait and see where that goes. Zone, like I said, he wasn't as heavily the focus in this episode as he was last episode, and I'm fine with that. What I remember thinking when Zone was sitting on the stairs and then Tutor came up to him and then he's like, Tutor, you're real, and he hugged him. Like, I remember thinking in that moment before Tutor came around that I really like how well they've separated all of these storylines that these main characters are having, but these worlds are still interconnected with one another. Like, we've got the we've got the Pight and Tutor storyline right now. Pight, Tutor, Hua. That whole relationship dynamic, that's one storyline. Then we got Zone and Saifa, I finally remember his name, over here, and that's another storyline. And then I feel like, is there only 2 couples in this? I keep feeling like there's a third couple in my head. Maybe I'm just inventing a third one, or maybe I'm seeing into the future. I don't know. But like, we've got these separate storylines running at the same time, but like all of their individual side characters and whatnot still are like weaving in and out, crossing paths and whatnot. So it's still got this, I don't know, real world complex kind of feeling where I don't know, I just like how they're handling the separate storylines but still keeping the worlds interconnected. And, you know, Tutor's crossing over from his storyline into Zone's storyline, even though he's not playing an active part right now in Zone's storyline. He's still living in that world and he's still very much connected because he's in Saifa's regular group. And then all of like Zone's like little group of friends, they seem to be on like this football team or whatever, which Saifa was a part of until he got hurt or whatever. And like, there's just all these nice little interconnections between the 2 main storylines going on right now. So I just love how that's being handled. But yeah, I love the prospect of Zone and Saifa together. That little interaction they had at the elevator was so damn cute, so damn adorable. Oh my god. I love that Saifa was playing into this fantasy world that these girls have cooked up, or that Zol had cooked up. And because like I guess they have whatever vote for their ideal fake relationship, or whatever, however they worded it. But Saifa and Zone are the two in the lead. They're the people that they seem to want most in this relationship, and these girls are goo goo gaga all over it. And Zone is like, nah, nothing's happening, huh? What are you talking about? And Saifa's just playing into it, like, oh, my little Zoney here, he's a little shy, he doesn't know. And I'm like, you know what? You play it up for the camera. I'm here for this. I'm here for all of these interactions. Yes, let me live this fantasy. I'm living for it. So even though they have whatever kind of bad blood, or actually I don't even know if it's bad blood between them, because I feel like it's more one-sided. I'll have to go back and watch episode 1 because I don't completely remember what their backstory was, why they have this sort of animosity between them. But it definitely, from this episode, feels a lot more one-sided. It feels more like Zone is fighting against Saifa and whatnot. Something about Saifa gets on his nerves, and Saifa just is... He's just Saifa. He's just here. He's just chilling. Like, hey, what's going on? So, yeah, I like seeing where things are going with them, and we'll just have to wait and see where Zol and her storyline is going to take these characters. But I like it. Like I mentioned in first episode, a lot of the, I like that they switched back and forth from animation, although they didn't do it as much this episode. They did it there towards the end. But, like, a lot of the characterization, some of the over-the-top, like, just general physical animations and responses and reactions and sound effects that they have feel very much like an anime, feel very much like something straight out of an anime episode. And I love it, because I love anime, so I love the incorporation. It just makes it feel lighthearted. Like, nothing about this feels too heavy, which, you know, it's okay if it does get heavy and whatnot, that's fine, but everything feels just lighthearted, and it makes me happy. Even when we're, you know, talking about Tutor's sad story with his family, or, you know, the potential love octagons happening and all this kind of stuff, like, still, this series, it just makes me happy. It makes me smile, and I just enjoy it. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, and yeah, I'm going to have to dive into the next episode. There's also that other couple that Zone ran into towards the end of class, when that beautiful, beautiful man walked in. Oh, Jesus. Face of an angel. And he is dating the guy in the glasses. I don't know if they're another couple from another series, like that first couple that Zone ran into. If they are, let me know. But it was just another couple that Zol had sketched up at some point. She's like, oh yeah, they just came to mind, and yeah, they're not anybody, but, you know, here they are. So but yeah, they're very, very cute, obviously. And yeah, I like this. So I think I'm going to dive into this next episode, even though I had only planned on doing one today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.